at 10 a.m. Eastern. And you want to hear something interesting? Yesterday, I was in my closet picking out my suit, and I wear blue light blocking glasses before I go to bed. It gets melatonin going, and it's hard to see colors. So I thought I picked out a white shirt, but it turns out it's blue. But I have a theory about suits, and that theory is that any undershirt goes with any jacket. It doesn't matter the colors; they all go with each other. Like these colors can't clash anymore, but it still looks decent. Like anything goes with that, anything when it comes to a suit. I swear. Tell them what. Oh yeah, my CMO said I look like a bag of Skittles. But you could any color. I'm telling you, take it from someone who now wears a suit 5 times a week. Any color. You could wear. Think of the craziest colors like pink and green. They go together. I've probably worn it before. They all go together. You're welcome. I'm like Kanye. I'm like Kanye when it comes to fashion. I'm making trends here. But let's look at some cards to buy. So usually what I do on Tuesdays is I go and buy some cards, and then you guys steal them from me on eBay. That's probably why I lose all of them, because I noticed all the ones I bid on last week, I lost all of them somehow. But nonetheless, I'm here to provide value. Let's see what's ending. So it's an interesting time. We have football still, which is a good buy depending on the player. Some guys haven't went up. Some guys have. We also have basketball, which is, guys are coming out of the playoffs. There's some decent buys. But let's look at basketball. So let's do this. Let's look at Prism PSA 10s. Let's filter by basketball. And then you know what, actually? Let's look. So what I'm doing here, I'm putting minimum price $200, minimum bid count 1. And actually, let's not filter by sport. Let's just see what's out there. So there's going to be a lot of Wemby and guys in the playoffs that I'm not looking to buy right now. But let's see if there's anyone. It's the right time. AJ Mitchell. This kid, is it Ajay or AJ Mitchell? He's a dog. I mean, they lost yesterday, but he's really good. Let's see what's out there. Chris Johnson, blue show. Wow, someone's paying this much money for a Chris Johnson Prism. That's impressive. I never thought that would go for that much money. Let's see what else is out there. Mahomes isn't a bad buy right now, but Giannis, no way. This is going for this? I just bought one for $530. I like to think I don't affect the market, but do I? It almost makes me think I do a little bit. Let me see what these are selling for. No way. There's no way this went up this fast. Kavi, I just bought this Giannis Prism PSA 10 for $500, like 7 days ago, maybe. The last sale, 7. Do you think that like this podcast affects the market? Because if it does, I'll have to stop, because then it's like I'm pumping my own stock. Yeah, you could see my sale. Yeah, this is my sale, $530. I believe this is me right here. That's insane. Oh my Lord. Well, can't buy Giannis anymore. There goes that. It was fun while it lasted. That's insane. Wow. Anthony Edwards. He may not be a bad buy. His stuff's going to be down. He just lost. He didn't play that well. He was also injured. So, let's see, 2020, Anthony Edwards, Prism Hyper. Let's see what these do. I would need a good deal on a card like this. One just sold. Was this before they lost in the playoffs? I don't think so, right? I don't like the sales there. Nice card, just not a card for your boy. See what else is out there. A lot of Wemby. Wow, I had one of these. Before the season. I bought it for $900, already graded. This might be the same one, and I sold it for $1,300. Now it's probably like $3,000. I bought it at a card show. Jokic Prism PSA 10. What do these do? 2015 Jokic Prism. I actually have one, I believe. Yeah, I paid $900 at. I think I actually bought it at the Denver card show. Funny enough. Interesting. I'm not gonna buy it, but it's not a bad card. Not a bad card. Keontae George Blue Ice. I am going to bid on this. Actually, I don't know if I'm going to bid on that. There's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of Prism. You know what? Let me bid on that Keontae. I'm tired of losing. Tired of losing my own cards on this show. Let's see what. By the way, I don't share my screen when I bid because you guys take them from me. So let's see what this is doing. Keontae, Blue Ice. Interesting. Interesting. The sales are wonky. I don't know if I'm going to bid on this. I'll bid on it. Screw it. Screw it. I'll bid on that. Keontae George, Blue Ice. All right, let's bid on that. All right, we got one bid in. I said, why? Tell him that it's human nature. Why? Jalen Hurts, that's interesting. This is an interesting buy because it's so cheap. His stuff is down so much. Let's see what this is doing. I might just throw a bid on this. What's Mr. Jalen Hurts at now? 450, 400. What's this at? 280. I'll bid on this. I'm gonna bid on this card of Jalen Hurts. I like it. I'm gonna be conservative though. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. I said, why? Tell him that it's human nature. Why? Let's see what else we got cooking here. We're cooking now. We are cooking. So much Wemby. So much Wemby. Look at this. Wemby. I mean, it's the right time. Hyper Prism Jackson Dart. Interesting. It's a good card to buy and grade. Champ Bailey. Wow, someone's paying this for a Champ Bailey. Oh, it's signed. Never mind. Kobe. I love these older Prism like Kobe's and LeBron's. I haven't bought that many in my life, but I just like them. I wonder if we flip this around. Let's do one more search before. I just want to look at contenders. Auto. This is going to pull up basketball and football cards. You can see I'm not scared to buy the Panini stuff. It's people always ask me, you know, is Panini stuff going to go down because they don't have the license anymore? Nobody cares. You know, it is. Wow, look at this. Whoa, see, I just got distracted. Oh, that's not his rookie. Nope, not his rookie. See, now Cade Cunningham's in play. Cade Cunningham is in play. Wow, Justin Herbert. That's a nice. What are these Herberts doing now? I wonder if they've went up at all. The charges are loaded. Herbert, Contenders Auto, PSA 10. Let's see what you're doing now. I bought one. I think I have one of these in the good old inventory. Let's see. PSA 10. What are we doing here? 17. Okay, it's pretty consistent. Let's bid on this. Ends in 5 days, but let's just give this a bid. Screw it. I said, why? There's not many contenders cards ending here. I just want to give this one more search. I want to see what Cade Cunningham's are ending because his stuff is down. Not down, but like I'm sure no one's going to be bidding on it now except for your boy. Let's look at what Cade Cunningham's being auctioned. Rookie stuff. Oh, this is a sick card. Wow, I like that. Wow, that's a nice card. This could be a possible cross to PSA. Something I almost never do, but see what this does. It's probably not going to be a lot of sales. This is not a common card. Donruss. Optic Cade Auto Blue at a 49. A PSA 10 with a 9 auto did 3,600. Let's just see. Let's see if there's any other sales. PSA 10 did 3,900. Raw to 1,600. The same card at 3,750. That's his jersey. Oh yeah, he has number 2. Yep, that is his jersey number. This isn't his. Is this his jersey number card? No, this is 16 out of 49. This is a tough card to value. PSA 9. Let's give this a bid. I know none of you guys are going to bid on this one because you're not going to know what it's worth. But your boy will. Your boy will give this a bid for sure. I said, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? All right, actually, I'm gonna roll a little bit. I'm not gonna take callers yet. I'm being selfish. I want to see what Tyrese Maxey is ending. Honestly, Tyrese Halliburton's another guy. He's kind of super under the radar. I wonder what his prices are at. Let's see Tyrese Halliburton. Let's see, like a silver prism PSA 10. And his stuff was going crazy last year. Let's see what we're doing here. It's up? How's it up? How is this stuff up? Can someone explain that to me? Interesting. Wow, it's actually maintained the value it was at from last year's playoff run. That's interesting. I would never think so. Fascinating. Tyrese Maxey die cut 101. That's sick. I don't really buy 101s on eBay. Let's see. Banchero. Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Oh, this is a nice card. That's a nice one. Contenders PSA 10. Silver Prism, not really my vibe. Let's see what does this do? Optic variation, Contenders, auto PSA 10. This ends in 11 hours. Banchero, Optic, Contenders, auto variation. Let's see, what does this do? PSA 10. I don't know if there's going to be any PSA 10 sales. Gold Wave. Is this the same card? Yeah, this one, the scan just looks different, but 2 sales for like $500. See what's his market doing now. See, I'm assuming his stuff is down a little bit. Oh, his stuff is up? How's his stuff up? I'm gonna bid on this anyways, but let's give this a bid. I said, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? Dude, the Giannis stuff is crazy. How is that up? That's why you have to get in early. When Erica's singing, you know it's gonna be a good show. How's my voice? What do you guys think of my singing voice? Did you go watch the Michael Jackson movie last week? I watched the Michael Jackson movie like 2 weeks ago, but then the piece of content I made today had that music in the back. That's why I was see Scotty Barnes. I'm on a roll. I'm sorry. I'm not taking callers yet. I should want. Oh, there's no Scotty Barnes ending. Nope, no Scotty Barnes. Let's look at someone like Amen Thompson. Ausar Thompson stinks. Like, as a basketball player, that dude can't shoot. Like, how can you not shoot? You have the best trainers in the world. Makes no sense to me. Oh, this is sick. I'm not a big guy that buys flawless, but wow, that's insane. Tell them that it's human nature. Let's see, who else is there? LaMelo Ball may not be a bad purchase either. Let's see what stuff of his is ending. LaMelo Red Prism. Wow, that's a nice one. I'm going to give this a bid for sure. I think I owned this card at one point years ago. Mellow Red. This will be the last one. This card sells for... What do you sell for, LaMelo? It's this cheap? There's no way. What? Wow, that's like disrespectful. That's super cheap. Damn. That's crazy. I'm going to give this a bid for sure. Let's give that a bid. Let's see if there's anything else. Hold on. I'm addicted right now. You know, you don't stop. You don't stop when you have momentum. Let's see if there's any Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson's a solid player. And I said, why? No Jalen Johnson. Let's see if there's any other Giannis. Maybe that's not his 2013 Prism, because I can't believe how much that stuff is up, man. That's crazy. This is insane. Beckett 10. Wow. That's tough. I wonder what these sell for. Giannis BGS 10. Giannis Beckett 10. Where are you, Giannis Beckett 10? Giannis. Aha. All not that. Match grade. BGS 10. This sells. I'm going to give this a bid too. Screw it. All right. Wow. I just bid on a lot of cards. Oh my lord. Wow. That was good. That was intense. All right. Now I'm ready for callers. All right. 813-618-2075. If you folks have a question, feel free to call in and ask your question. Oh, I can't see the chat today. You see it? Oh, I can't see the chat today. Oh, no chat. They like my singing in the chat? I got a good taste in music. What could I say? Vanessa, put your hand in the camera. We have a new person in the content studio that's taking over soon for Kavi. Her name's Vanessa. They don't know what Kavi looks like. Yeah, they've only seen the hand. One day maybe we'll do a special episode to see what people look like. Oh wow! All right. Just call once. I promise you're in the queue. I promise. You know, if you call more than once, I'm not calling you back. How's that? Don't call more than once.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Yes, sir.
What's up, man? How can I help?
Hey, how you doing? So I just had a quick question. I not too long ago, I don't like to ask questions that other people ask because I like to be, different, and because I know you get tired of the same shit.
No,
So,
I like comping people's cards.
No, but anyways, so I get it's Bowman baseball, and I get it's my first time getting the product the day after it comes out.
Okay.
And I pull. I wasn't expecting it. I pull just a Edward Florentino, Pittsburgh Pirates #2 prospect, on card auto, first Bowman Chrome on card auto. And I just, even though, like I said, I don't like to ask the questions a lot that you get, a lot. But I was just wondering if you can help me price, what would you price it at? If you can help me looking it up. I've already looked. I'm already aware of the prices. It goes anywhere from 200 to 400.
So, I guess if you know the prices, what would you do with the card? Is that what you're asking me?
What's that?
I don't. If you know what it's worth, I'm not sure what the question is.
What? If you were me, what would you price it at?
I would get. Is it gradable?
It's pretty. The centering's pretty good. Corners don't look too bad. They actually look pretty good. So
I would rush grade that thing. I would spend the $70 to get it graded and get it rushed, and have one of the first PSA 10s back, but it's like a $200 card. I see it right here. It sells for about $200.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. I mean, it's just like I was just wondering because I actually, to be honest with you, I had no idea who that prospect was, and I was just like, it was my getting a $38 blaster, and I had the person working behind the counter that I know like pick it out. I'm kind of like that. Like he picks out the box for me, and he he helps pulls me that. So I was pretty excited.
That's good. Well, congrats on that. It's better to be lucky than good, right? But yeah, that card it'll probably fall in value, I would imagine, in the next few months. So I would hurry up and get rid of it, whether you grade it or not grade it.
Okay. And then last quick question is like in baseball, I know you do like a lot of football and other stuff, but like who's the guy that you would invest in baseball, and who's the guy that you would not invest in?
As of right now, I wouldn't buy any baseball. You'll see me start to buy baseball in July and August, but I'm not buying any baseball unless it's just like a sick deal of a really good player, which probably won't happen. But yeah, I'm not really buying much baseball at all.
Yeah, I know the names of like Bo Nix, Jane Daniels, and all those guys. You've mentioned it to me before, and I've seen in like other videos that you've done like those guys' names. So I know you do quite a bit of football. So
yeah, it just depends on It just depends on the time you're watching this podcast. If you go back to like October, November of last year, really all I was buying was baseball and a little bit of football. So it just depends on the time of the year. I kind of do it all between the three sports.
Okay. Cool. Alrighty, well, that's all I got for you. I hope everything's well. You're doing okay with, selling cards and the hobby. So.
It's going well, man. I appreciate it. Well, thank you for calling in. If you think of any other questions, just let me know.
All right, I will. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.
All right.
And I said, why? Tell them that it's human nature.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Hey, Eric. How you doing? It's James from the Chicago suburbs. How's it going?
James, Chicago suburbs. I like the Chicago suburbs. Rosemont. I'm a big fan of that town.
Yeah, I'm in Roselle. It's like 20 minutes down the way.
Okay, nice.
How can I? To the National. It's very convenient.
What's the deal with the Bears Stadium? Are they building that in Chicago or in Arlington or in Indiana?
I mean, I have no idea. I wish it would be Arlington because I work in Arlington Heights. So that would be beneficial for me. But I am a Packers fan in Chicago.
Oh, wow. Packers fan in Chicago. I'm surprised you're alive.
Oh, no, it's rough. My buddies want to kill me every time we hang out, but it is what it is.
Yeah, that's it. You're in hostile territory. But how can I help?
So I have a 96 Topps Chrome Michael Jordan Sticky Fingers Season's Best.
That's a good card.
It is. So it's not the insert. It's the actual Topps Chrome one. So there's like a less population of it.
Okay.
So I was wondering, do you think that would be maybe more sought after? Because the other Sticky Fingers has a population of around 500. And this one has a population of like 67 in a 10.
It should, but it doesn't always work that way. Let me share my screen. You probably can't see it because it's delayed. Is the card red?
Yes, card's red.
And it says Sticky Fingers in big letters on the top middle? Okay. Which one is the insert? They all look the same.
So one of them has like a wave to it, and then the other one is like just flat chrome.
So wait a second, hold on.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
This is confusing. But okay, so there's Topps and Topps Chrome. Yes. Okay, so
correct.
Topps Chrome. So you have Topps Chrome is going to be worth more. Yes, correct.
Yeah, so when you look it up like on like Card Ladder or whatnot, it says that the other one, like I guess, is worth more. It sells more often.
Oh, it does. So, well, then
it does. It sells way more often. So the other Sticky Fingers does around like 2,500. Those are more recent.
As a 10.
As a 10, and then my Sticky Fingers in a 10 last did 2,200 in April.
Let's see, which one has a higher population of it? How many 10s are there of each?
So there is, let me run on my Card Ladder. So the population of my Chrome one is a total population of 610, and in a 10, it's 67.
Yeah.
And then the other one, let me get to it. I think it's like 400 or 300
That's
in a 10.
That's how many 10s. Yeah, I mean yours should be worth more.
Like, what would you value it, I guess? Because, like, me and my buddies, we tried figuring it out. I mean, I think it's worth $3K, in my opinion.
Well, I see a Topps. Oh, so yours is. Oh, okay. I see. Now I see the variation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I see it. So this is Topps. So yours doesn't have this, like, silvery border around it?
No, it has a silver border around it, but it's not wave. It doesn't have, like, that wave. I forget what that's called.
That wave, I'm not. Well, I would just, let's see, Topps Chrome. I mean, it says here the last one sold for $19.26. But this isn't. Why does that not say? They look the same. They look so similar.
They look very similar, but like the pop is completely different.
Yeah. Well, okay. So it says the last Topps Chrome did 1,100, 900, 867. So I mean, the card's worth what the sales are. But then again, the last sale was in July.
Oh, no. Mine's the 10. So it's the 96. I see the last one did 2,200, 2016.
Maybe we're not looking at the right card. Maybe. I mean, I am looking at the right card, but I don't see. Let me see. Oh, okay. Now more sales are popping up. Yeah. So the last one did 2,200. So there's your answer. It seems like it's trending upwards.
So you would say 22.
Yeah.
Even with the other one being at like 2,500 and with a higher pop count, you think?
Yeah, I would ignore that. Even though they look the same, they're different cards. I mean, I would ask like 26, 2,700 because there hasn't been a sale in a month and a half, and Jordan stuff is going up. So it's probably not worth 3,000 though. It could be, but it's probably not.
Fair enough. Give it some time, probably. I would say.
Yeah, that's what I would do, but probably mid 2,000s at best.
For sure. All right. I appreciate your time, Eric. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Nice card. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you. Have a good one.
You too. All right, that was Chicago, and this is Michigan.
Hello?
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Hey, Eric. How's it going? This is Saeed from Illinois.
You said Saeed?
Yep.
What's up, Saeed? How can I help?
So I had a two-parter. Two different questions.
Yeah.
First is, a little bit more of a long-term question. Now, in your personal opinion, if you were comparing LeBron versus Curry cards, who would you personally feel a little bit more safer investing in? Just because I know LeBron's obviously the greater player, so on and so forth, but from what I've noticed at shows, what I've noticed, across the board is he's so polarizing that people either love him or they hate him, right? So, but I was assuming from now maybe that'll flip a little bit where Curry's not as great of a player, but he's just generally or universally more liked. So I just wanted to kind of ask what your thoughts were in terms of from a investing standpoint, who would be a better who you would feel safer investing in between these two.
Let's see. So it's not so I think you're thinking a little too deep into it. Everybody would buy Curry and LeBron at the right price, right? So it's not like I know LeBron gets more like debate because just people debate Jordan, LeBron. That's not the right way to look at it. The right way to look at it is where their value's at. So Curry, for the past year, I mean, really both guys have been trending upwards. I'm looking at their Topps Chrome PSA 10s. I would, it just depends on the card, but I would rather have Curry because the pop is much lower. There's less usually of his. It depends on the card, but like at least this specific card, his Topps base PSA 10 versus LeBron's Topps Chrome PSA 10. I'd rather have the Curry just because it's a low pop. But also it depends on the value you're getting it at. The Curry's worth $15,000 and the LeBron's worth about $10,000. Not because Curry's a better player, it's because it's lower pop. So I'd rather have the Curry because his stuff is generally a little bit harder to find. LeBron stuff's all over the place. That's just me. But, I mean, you're talking about inches here. I mean, they're both just generational players.
Okay. Awesome. And then the second part of my question was a little bit more Curry focused. So, I've got a lot of his rookie cards already. Now, from your standpoint, if you were to invest, let's say 5, 10, 15,000, 20,000 in Curry cards. How would you rank it between, let's say, his flawless patch autos, his kabooms? Do you think there's any value in the new Topps license stuff, or do you think just stay away from all these modern things? Just stick to the rookies.
Stay away, man. I would stick with the rookies. That modern stuff is very volatile. I would only be buying 2009 stuff if I was buying Curry to hold long term.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I watch the show all the time, and you do a lot of great stuff, and thank you so much, man.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was, who was that? That was Flint, Michigan. And this is Pensacola, Florida. Tore my meniscus there. That's all I think about when I think about Pensacola.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric? You are live?
Hey, Eric. It's Dylan from Pensacola.
What's up, Dylan? How can I help?
Hey, I had a closet collection given to me, and
Okay.
it was a big collection. It was probably 3,000 or so cards.
Okay.
From the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, and I was wondering if there was any specific player through those years that you would suggest holding and grading and keeping for the long run.
So it's 90s through what year?
90s through probably 2005.
The main stuff. I mean, there's so many players from that era, but
I know, it's baseball, basketball, and football. And I went through probably half of it. I found Nolan Ryan rookies. I found Bo Jackson rookies.
Well,
I found Ken Griffey rookies.
Nolan Ryan's rookies from '68. So
I know, but that was probably like a very, very, very few cards that I found that were around then. That's why I didn't put those in.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So this is a general thing, but for the most part, really the stuff that's going to be worth value is the basketball stuff. So Jordan, for the most part, Allen Iverson, Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter. If you see names like that, especially rookie stuff, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, that's the stuff you're looking for. Should you hold it? That is a loaded question. I don't personally hold much Michael Jordan. So you're asking the wrong person. I try to hold like other stuff, a lot of pre-World War II stuff. So that's what I hold just because I think it's undervalued. It's just a personal opinion. It's worked out for me well, but I don't hold Jordan. So that's the answer I'm going to give you when it comes to that.
So anything like 50s or older is kind of what you try to hold on to?
Only very specific types of cards. Like it's really like the really good types of cards, like 1933 Gowdy Babe Ruths, 1909 T206 Ty Cobbs, 52 Mantles, like stuff like that. The only Jordan stuff I'm holding, funny enough, I have two 1986 Fleer wax boxes, but those are very, very expensive. They're sealed and yeah.
What has been your most profitable sport that you've been in?
Football.
Football?
Oh yeah. Yeah, football. Yeah, football's also the biggest. It used to be when I first started cards, I would say from like 2015 to 2019, it was basketball by far.
Yeah.
And then 2020 on, it's been football. And baseball's always been like consistent.
All right. And like for the most part, you try to deal in grading cards. What has been the more successful route on ungraded cards?
So, well, I first started, and most of what I talk about and teach is buying ungraded cards to grade. Basically, what you want to do is buy these cards while they're low, send them off to get graded, and get them back when they're worth more. So a good example of this right now is the basketball season just ended for a lot of guys. Their prices are low. You can buy these cards, get them graded, and get them back and sell them before the season starts. And odds are these cards will be worth more by the time you get them back, on top of hopefully these cards grading a 10.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably all I have for you today. I ain't gonna hold you too long.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Any other questions in the future, just feel free to reach out.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Man, the callers are coming in today. New Hampshire. We don't get a lot of New Hampshire.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
How you doing today?
What's up, man? Who's calling?
This is Andre.
Andre, what's up, dude? How can I help?
So I finally got that Gold Star Mewtwo back.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember me, but I called a few weeks ago.
I do remember the card. Yeah, I remember talking about it.
Yes. And somehow it came back a 3
Okay.
with repairs when
Okay.
it was originally a 4 before.
Yep.
So the reason I was calling is I'm wondering if I should crack it and send it to a different company because I'm looking at the grader's notes and the flaws just don't exist.
What year's the card from?
It's from 2005.
So it's the 05. Is it the Japanese gift box Mewtwo?
Yes.
That one. Okay. Let's see. So did you buy it as a 4?
Yes. I cracked it out of a 4. I fixed actually a few dents, used some Kurtz card care, and then I sent it off. It came back a lower grade.
So
Usually I wouldn't be mad about that, but I'm just looking at the grader's notes and just
yeah. So
I can't see the flaws.
the problem is not the card, most likely. The problem is that card was probably graded a while ago, and then grading was much easier back then. Now it's a
Okay.
lot harder. So if you sent that same card in 5 years ago, it may have got a 6 or a 5, but
Okay.
they're just harder nowadays. So that's why I don't recommend buying old cards with PSA, then cracking and sending back in. It usually doesn't go well because grading's just harder. So the same
Yeah.
quality.
It was a 60 million cert, so
It was a what?
it was a 62 million cert.
So wait, do you know what year that would be from?
I don't know when they handed out each cert.
What cert are we at now?
Mine just graded 160 million. So
Oh wow. Okay, so it was a while ago.
yeah.
Yeah, so grading was so much easier back then, and it was so much different. So I honestly, dude, I would just sell it and go. If you're gonna grade stuff, go into the modern stuff. It's way easier.
Okay. Yeah, just take the loss on that one.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
All right. What do you think I should sell it for?
Like the last sale I saw was $750. So
So around like 800.
yeah, the sales range from like, yes, I would go with $750.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, and then last question.
Yeah.
I have a Giannis Dippers PSA 10, and I don't know what to sell it for. There was a last sale of I think $60 a while ago, but I don't know much about sports.
Yeah, it's worth that. It's worth about that.
Okay. So I was wondering if on my recent show I asked 80 on it. Do you think that's like reasonable or?
Someone might buy it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's reasonable because the last one did 60, but
Well, that was also a good minute ago.
yeah, I see the last one in December did $55. So December 7th, 25. So $60 is probably what you can get for it.
Okay.
Yeah, Giannis's value hasn't changed all too much over the years.
Okay. 'Cause I'm seeing a PSA 9 selling for on eBay for $50 right now.
Selling, or the guy just has it listed?
He has it listed.
Yeah, so that it doesn't mean much. Like I could take a $20 card and list it for $1,000, but it doesn't mean it's worth $1,000. So unfortunately, it's probably worth like $60. Sorry to be the burden of bad news.
No, it's fine. I just bought I bought like a pack of basketball cards at Target. Opened it and I got that.
Well, at least you're into it for cheap.
Not for me. All right, man. Well, nice talking to you.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate you calling in.
Have a good one, man.
You too. All right, that was New Hampshire. Flint, Michigan. Did I call you already, Flint, Michigan? I think I did. Chicago. There we go. Next caller.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
Eric, what's up, man? This is Patrick
Patrick from where?
from Phoenix.
Phoenix. Nice. I used to live there. Well, I used to live in Scottsdale. Great area.
I know I talked to you maybe a month ago or so, and I heard that just from listening to your show, man. So you got to give me the quick rundown on your Scottsdale time, man. How long were you out here for? And
So I
what caused you
moved.
to-
Yeah, so I moved. Let's see. This was January of 23. Wait, was it No. It was like February of 23. I woke up one day. I used to live in Long Island, New York, and it was so cold, and the wind, like my windshield was frosted over. I wanted to just kill myself, and I said, "Fuck this! I'm leaving." My business partner wouldn't go, and I picked my bags up. A few months later, I moved to Scottsdale. You know the Optima Kierland Apartments?
Oh yeah, right down kind of there in Old Town, like right off Scottsdale Road.
Not those ones. The ones in North Scottsdale. So right by the Waste Management golf course over there.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of like people. It's actually like a very weird apartment. Like it's there's tons like in my world of like digital marketing and people that have these online businesses. It's littered with those people. It's either like it's a mix of those people and like sugar daddies, like 50-year-old men who get divorced love to live there. And they meet these 20-year-old girls across the street at all the steakhouses and stuff. And yeah, but I lived there for let's see, from July of 23 up until March of 24. And then in March of 24, I'm a very impulsive person. So one day I was actually sick, and our business, my business was growing a lot. And my business partner, his name is John. You guys will never see him, and he's kind of like a ghost. But his family moved to Clearwater, Florida, and he was moving. He's very close with his family, and I called him one day, and I was like, "Screw it, let's go to Florida," because our dream goal was to have an office like the office you see today, and have a great culture. And I just woke up one day and picked up my bags a few days later and moved to Tampa. That was my. But Scottsdale's a great area. Great area.
No, I know it's awesome, so I'm surprised that you left. So now I at least know the notes to fill in your Wikipedia timeline here, man. So,
yeah, I know. Yeah, dude, it's I would say Scottsdale overall. You know the thing. This is really stupid, but one of the things I liked the most about living on the West Coast was Pacific time. I liked how things started earlier. I loved how like NFL would start at 10 a.m. Last game would end at like 7 or 8 p.m. I'd be in bed. Like for some reason, I love that. And like, there's no like homeless people in Scottsdale. Like, but the only bad thing compared to Tampa, there's no water. Like Tampa's all on the ocean, which is pretty cool. So they both have their pros and cons.
Nice. Yeah, staying up until 2 a.m. Or what time did you watch? What time did that game finish last night for you? Did you watch the Spurs game?
I only watched it up until the fourth. I must go to bed, or else I'm no good if I get less than like 7 hours of sleep.
Gotcha. Well, I got a couple questions for you.
Yeah,
so
do it.
On that note, do you see Wemby as possibly being kind of like the next Ohtani as far as no matter what he does? I know you always say sell, but his ceiling might just keep going up.
Odds are, I know this is like rough to say, but odds are no. But he could. He has the talent to, but like he has to have so many things go right. One, he can't get injured and has to keep performing at this level. Which if he doesn't get injured, it's hard not to perform at the level he's at because he's so much better than everybody else. But two, he has to keep winning. And someone like that can get injured. And even so, yes, could he be the next Ohtani? Of course. But even if his cards, let's say they double in value over the next year, I would rather I could make more money with my money than just hoping and praying that his stuff doubles in the next year. But yeah, they could. I would say odds are no, but it's definitely possible. It does happen. So, but like, just keep in mind, I don't know how long you've been in cards, but there was a point in like 2019, 2020 where people thought Luka was the next, Jesus. And look at him now, right? He's good, but his card value is nowhere near what it is today. Like I remember at the height of Luka stuff, I sold a Beckett 9.5 with 4 9.5 subgrades for $6,500 Zelle. Someone Zelled me $6,500 for it. That card today, $600 maybe, $700. So I would say no, but it's possible.
I guess you so, because I think so. I'm kind of from a history standpoint to answer your question. I just started doing this back in March, so it's kind of been a crash course, and learning your lessons, and you start ripping, you kind of start buying stuff. But I've been following your advice. But so you think it could not obviously like as far as Ja and Zion, they were kind of like the same thing, right? They're just like on this rise.
I wouldn't say so. Okay, so I wouldn't say they were the same thing. So Ja and Zion. So okay, they're not really. So like Ja and Zion, when their cards came out, they just had a ton of hype. Especially Zion, his cards came out and they were worth so much money without him ever doing anything. Ja, he actually played really well the first year, and that's why his cards got so much hype. So, but their cards, their values were predicated on a lot of hype, not much actual playing well. In 2018, this is a little history note. So in 2018, when Luka's cards came out, back then in sports cards, basketball and football cards were like not worth much at all. It was kind of like an afterthought. Like I remember when Baker Mayfield's Contenders PSA 10s came out, they were worth like $200 or $300, and he was like the guy, right? He was like the quarterback when his stuff came out because he was the number one pick, and people were losing their minds that a quarterback could be worth so much money. Now that's obviously not the case, but like Luka took the basketball card world by storm. His cards came out kind of when the season started. I think it was like November. His Prism cards, and back then, I know this sounds stupid to say now, but back then, like non-autographed cards selling for as much as they did, it was like insane. But he was playing so well, and when his stuff came out and his rookie year started, and the international world loves him, and all this Asian money started pouring into sports cards, especially Luka's cards. I remember I bought a green Pulsar out of I forget what it's out of, but a 2018 Prism green Pulsar. I paid $1,300. That was the first Luka card I ever bought, and I was so nervous because I couldn't believe a non-autographed card was selling for that much money. And I got a Beckett 9.5, and I sold it for $2,800, like a week or two later. But that card today is worth like 30 grand probably, which is funny. But the point I'm trying to make is like Luka was like God. Like his cards were worth so much more. Now they're not. So like odds are Wemby will not sustain this, but he could. There's been a few guys in cards that have like achieved GOAT level status, like Ohtani in my life, in my sports card life. There's really been two guys. It's been Mahomes, and then it's been Ohtani. Their values have kind of just always have went up. Outside of that, two guys in 11 years in sports cards. Odds are, will he be the third guy? Odds are not, but he could.
Okay, I guess you. Next question is, I don't hear you talk about soccer a ton. Do you think for like Yamal and Mbappe that there is kind of a quick bump? The World Cup comes and everyone's going to be talking about it, and they'll be here in the U.S. The cards will have a pretty good spike where everyone wants to, and then will kind of die down, or what are your thoughts on it?
It just depends on how they play. If they play well, it'll go up. If not, it'll go down. I mean, the time to buy soccer cards, I talked about it a little bit, not too much because I don't know that much about soccer. I'd rather invest my money in stuff I know more about. But the time to buy that stuff is like December, January, because now the World Cup's coming. Demand has increased, hype has increased, and their stuff is up. But I wouldn't buy it now because now it's just predicated on, are they going to play well? Are they not? Who knows? They could not.
I bought some Yamal stuff, and I'm just trying to pick kind of like the opportune time to unload it. So
I would unload it now, right before.
Not even wait till the World Cup even starts.
You could wait another few weeks, but you're talking to somebody that's always going to tell you to not hold cards while players are playing. Odds are, he's not going to have 7 goals in the World Cup, and Spain's not going to win the finals. Like, that's what the odds will say. So I think they are the favorite though. But yeah. So like I just don't hold modern players. It's just a rule I have, and it's worked out very well for me. Obviously, once in a while you get burned, but overall it nets me a huge positive. So I'm always going to give you the same answer.
And then last question is with the football, and I know you to say to unload that stuff kind of along the same lines right before the season.
Yeah.
Do you kind of try to do it like right at the national or kind of like right before? Like when is kind of the target to, because I've been stacking some football too, and when do you think is like the green light to start trying to move it?
It's player dependent, my friend. It just depends on who goes. Like if I have Bo Nix cards, which I do, and they haven't went up by the national, I don't bring them. But I've already sold some Jaden Daniels cards because they're up. I've doubled my money on some of them. So it's player dependent. I do sell a lot of them at the national, but I bring what's up in value. And then once the season gets closer in like late August, hopefully most of my stuff has went up. If not, or if I've had trouble selling a few things, I just unload it via auction, close my eyes. Maybe I make a little bit of money and I move on to the next sport. So it's just player dependent. Like I've bought Bo Nix cards, but I'm going to a card show this weekend. I'll probably bring them, but I'm going to tell people just, hey, like this is over comps. I wouldn't offer on it.
I guess you. And then I know you kind of said for people starting out at shows, because I've got a couple under my belt, and then out here they have the power card show, kind of like a Summer Splash or something. It's a 3-day one out in Mesa. It's not huge, but it's a good 200 table show or something. So it'll be the biggest one I've ever done. But as far as pricing goes, I mean, I know you said price kind of like at comp or below so you can move your stuff.
Yeah.
But it just seems like now, like everyone into cards, like, so even if you're at $8, they want 6, or if you're at 80, I mean, that's just the people want to win. It's not even so much what they pay. So
that's true. But more than people want to win, people just want to pay fair. So you like in business, right? You want to differentiate yourself. And since everybody's over comps, you should do something different because you're going to get more people at your table. So just to put this in perspective, this is kind of random, but it's kind of not. So I'm actually, this is kind of random, but I'm just going to say it. So did you listen to the podcast? I think it was a few times ago where I talked about we're doing a card show here in Tampa.
Yeah, no, I definitely heard you say that. I listen pretty much every day. It's just hard for me to listen live.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. So, we're doing a card show in Tampa. It's probably going to be in October. We haven't put a deposit down or anything yet, but it's getting close. And so I think what I'm going to do, because I'm assuming there's going to be a huge waiting list for vendors, we are going to, not grandfather vendors in. So if we're going to walk around the show as, it's going on, if we see vendors with, shitty cards or they're really overpriced and they're not doing any deals, well, I don't want that person setting up in my show because I want, money flowing in and out. So we're going to kick those people off. So there's going to be no guarantees that you get a spot for the next show to keep kind of everybody on their toes and keep it a little prestigious, if you will. But you want to be doing deals, right? And you're going to do much more deals if you're fairly priced. But what I wouldn't do, now I might get some flack for this, but I actually don't sticker my cards. So I don't put the prices on them because the prices change so fast.
Okay. No, that makes sense, man. As always, dude, appreciate you. Love all the stuff that you're doing, and I just think that you're helping grow the hobby, and I like the vibe that you bring to it, man. So thank you so much.
Yeah, and, dude, I appreciate it, man. Enjoy the sun out there before it gets too hot.
Yeah, man. No, it's coming big time, man. So, all right, step, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you later.
Tell him that it's human nature. Let's see, that was Phoenix. This is North Dakota. Don't get a lot of those. Surprised there's Wi-Fi connection out there. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, North Dakota people. Maybe there's not connection out there. Oh, there we go. Hey, man, what's up? You got Eric? You're live?
Hey, this is Barry from North Dakota. How's it going?
Barry, what's up, dude? How can I help?
I got a 2024 Paul Skeens National Treasures booklet to 10.
Okay.
I got it at a pretty good price. I was just wondering, how would you suggest moving that? Because I was kind of thinking DC Sports.
Yeah, booklets are tough. I would auction that. I would probably send that to Golden Auctions or something like that.
Golden? Okay. Yeah, I was looking at DC because the 96% payouts, but
yeah, you could just negotiate that with Golden Auctions when you go there. Just negotiate and tell them that you're debating between PC sports cards or DC sports cards or whatever, and Golden. They'll give you a good deal.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Let's see. Why? That was North Dakota, and this is. People, just call in once. Please, just one time.
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You are live.
How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? Who's calling?
Hi, it's Skylar from Jacksonville.
Skylar?
Yes, sir.
What's up, Skylar? How can I help?
So I just had a quick question. Kind of want your opinion. I just started doing cards in like the last year and a half, maybe 2 years, just starting at 2 years. I've been doing the Arena Club just because I can't really get to shows with my work schedule. I work 7 days a week. What is your opinion with the Arena Club stuff? Is it worth kind of looking into and pouring money into for like hobby, or?
I don't do Arena Club. So you're kind of asking the wrong person. Like, you're asking me, is it worth getting cards graded with them and all that stuff?
Well, just far as from the aspect of, like, I've gotten some, like, obviously it is gambling in a way. It's a crapshoot.
Oh, you're talking about the breaking.
Yeah, as far as that, I mean, I've gotten some decent cards. I've gotten, some stuff that I've gotten sent to my house, and I've taken to shows when I've been able to, and turn profit on it. So, I mean, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just like I'm using that right now to collect Bowers, because I think that with Fernando having such a high percentage with tight ends, he's gonna I think Bowers is gonna have a breakout year this year. So I'm using that kind of just to kind of search the market for players like eBay, but they're already graded out. Like, I'm only buying PSA 10s. I'm not buying 9s, but I bought like his Silver Prism rookie, his no rookie huddle variation, just some of his base rookie cards, but they're all Gem Mint 10s, and they're all somewhat value that is moving up.
So is your question more of like, should you buy Brock Bowers? Is that your question?
Well, it's a two-part question on that one, but your opinion on the Arena Club, if like the breaking aspect is like worth getting into compared to going and buying like boxes and stuff like that, or going to try to go to a show or something like that. Obviously, I know you preach. I watch a pretty decent amount of it, but I know you preach going to shows and making deals and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, so breaking, I will never suggest breaking, even if you're just going to lose money in the long run. So you're basically asking me, should I gamble and lose money in the long run? I'm always going to tell you no, even no matter who's doing it, right? Because think about it. Breaking only works if the company selling you the boxes and packs are making a profit. They're making a profit because the cards in those packs and boxes are worth less than what they're charging you. So you're guaranteed to lose money in the long run, unless you get lucky, of course, really lucky. So I'm always going to say no to that. And I'm also going to say no to the next one as well, because same thing. Like, I don't hold players that are playing, especially like a tight end. I would sell it in July and August. It'll have some hype. You'll probably make some money, but just usually modern players, most don't go up in value. So I don't hold any modern players. So I'm always going to give you the same answer there and say sell it.
I got you.
Yep.
10-4, brother. I appreciate it, man, and keep it up, man. Love your content.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
All
right. Bye-bye. I got to say that like 4 times a podcast, right? I don't hold modern players. Let's see. Memphis, we're calling you back. This will be the last caller. Just the two of us. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Just the two of us. We called us 7 times, Vanessa. Not answering.
Yes, sir.
Oh, hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. How you doing?
What's up, dude? How can I help? What's your name?
I'm Zay. I'm from Clarksville, Tennessee.
Hey, cool. What's up, Zay? How can I be at your service?
Yes, I was calling about pretty much like the capital when it comes out of cars. I hear a bunch of different subjects. And I love your show, by the way.
Thank you.
I hear a bunch of different subjects, and I haven't heard anybody talk about this subject, about the capital perspective of it. Obviously,
wait. The capital?
Yeah, like different ways to gain capital, like loans, perhaps, maybe, or getting your credit up, and other ways to get funding for it. I know most people build it up from the ground up. Save, get cars graded, and make purchases, make good decisions with their knowledge about cars. But in generally, for people that's going up to a different level, like, have you sourced other resources like, hey, let me get my credit, let me take a loan out for this, and go to a different level when it come down to the car game? What are your thoughts on that?
That's a great question. I appreciate that question because that has not been asked. Once again, what's going to come out of my mouth is not financial advice. I am legally not allowed to give anybody financial advice. So I'm just going to tell you what I have done. So first off, if you have like $300 to spend on cards, I would not get into cards. It's really hard to build a business if you have $300. If you have that little amount of money, I don't care what your job is. If you make $40K a year or $400K a year, go cancel subscriptions, stop eating out so much, and start saving every single penny you have to at least get up to a few $1,000s. I saved to $4,000 from delivering pizza when I first started. And then, so the way I got my capital up was 1, through flipping cards. Number 2, once again, not financial advice, but I leveraged a lot of credit cards, especially the eBay MasterCard. It ends up being, they give you 3.3% cash back off your statement. They call it 5x points, but it's like 3.3% cash back if you do the math. So I leveraged a lot of credit. But once again, I was doing cards when you can get, like, I was flipping a lot of cards and getting them graded when grading took a week, right? So you have to pay a credit card off in 30 days. I was able to buy a card on credit, get it back from grading, and flip it before I ever owed money to my credit card company. So it makes it a little bit more tricky to do that. And then what I did, so I was using credit. I built up a big bankroll, and then at the end of college, I saved up about $50,000, probably total. Then I lost every penny I had from starting like an online business, essentially. And then what I would do is I would take out a loan from my brother. But keep in mind, I don't suggest taking out loans, and I'm not a loan guy at all, and also is my brother. But loans, or not loans, but I really knew what I was doing. Right? I was flipping cards full time at this point for 5 years. So I was like, it was almost a guarantee I knew how to make money. So I would take out a loan from my brother. I would say, hey, brother, give me $10,000. He would give it to me. I'll go to a card show. I'd make a few thousand in profit. I'd give him like $500 in profit. And I did that like a bunch of times over and over again to build my bankroll back up. So that's the only loan I've ever actually taken out. So it wasn't a formal loan. It was a loan to my brother. And I said to him, hey, I'll give you $500 in profit in like a week. Just give me some money. And he was very happy to do that. So taking out an actual loan, do I suggest it? I don't, unless you're like an absolute savage of an expert and you know what the hell you're doing. You've been very profitable for years and years. But if you've been very profitable for years and years, you probably don't need a loan. So loans, I'm not a big loan guy. I'm a big credit card guy. But it gets tricky because, credit, you have to pay off in 30 days. But what I would do to build up my bankroll or capital is going to card shows and buying stuff already graded, flipping them quickly, buying stuff in the dollar boxes. And you can find cards in the dollar boxes for like, $1, and they sell for like $7, $8, $9, $10. So you could walk out of a card show in one day with $500 to $1,000 in profit. If it's a decent sized show, I've seen it happen a bunch with people who have like $1,000 to spend. So that's kind of like my viewpoint on capital and what I did. But yeah.
Yeah, I think I appreciate that information. First off, I think that's some great information. I've only been doing it for about 2.5, 3 years, and I built up some decent capital. And what I mean by decent capital is for like maybe 15, 20K worth of cards.
Yeah.
And this is me just investing. But when I first got into it, I was buying bigger cards, and then later on I found out I
call it a little bit of a loophole, but it's really not. Everybody knows about it now, and you talk about it often. But basically, I get cards graded now. So all my bigger cards I done sold off, and I got me a nice chunk right now. So now what I'm doing is I'm just buying base cards and the little parallels of the base cards, and I'm sending them off to get them graded. I just sent off, well, it was a while ago when I sent this Continental pack off. It'll be coming back soon. But in general, I spend like maybe $1,500, $2,000 on sending these cards off to get graded. And what I do is I look at the nines and see what the nines go for, you know, basic logic. And I go into these prospects that I know for sure that have somewhat of a promise, but also they have proven like as far as their sales and everything. So that's how I see one of the most best profitable ways to build. But I didn't know like some of these bigger fish when they get into the $50,000, $60,000, $80,000, did they get this off like their family member gave them some money, or did they go off loans, or how did they get to that capital over time?
Those so I would say two things to that. Number one, I would never look at other people. There's always going to be somebody younger with more money, and it's always going to bother you. It'll always happen in the world of business. Number two, yes, a lot of people have daddy's money. That's just the reality of it.
Make me laugh.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. There's a lot of daddy's money out there. And number three is what was number three? I was going to say something else, but I forgot. But yeah, dude, I wouldn't think it over. Like, also, people like split cards all the time. A lot of big money you see is not that actual person's money. I know that for a fact because I've been in the game a while. But I would ignore it, dude. Like, you're gonna see a 17-year-old kid walking around with $50 grand. Like,
yeah, they don't really bother me at all. Honestly, I know everybody's in there on their own lane, so they don't bother me at all. It really was more so learning of how they build it over time. Because, like I said, like a lot of these people, they'll tell you the story. Oh, I started off this and that, and now they're buying $100,000, $200,000 cars. Like, well, maybe it was a loan or something like that. They got involved in. They took it into a took more risk with it and made it to a lifestyle to the point where instead of a person, investing to their music, they're investing into cars because they're spending thousands of dollars of including using loans and credits and whatnot. So I didn't know like the background of how, some people did it to get to that certain capital. For me, I'm just on a slow pathway. I don't have a problem going that way as long as I'm making good decisions.
Yeah, so you have a good mindset. So
that's where I'm at right now, and I've been doing pretty well, like especially with those base cards. So yeah.
Well, nice, dude. Congrats. Any other questions or things I could help you with?
That's all I can think of at the moment. Thank you for taking my call, man. Like I said, I love your show. Keep up the good work, and got a lot of support over here.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good rest of the day.
You too. All right, and that's a wrap. We will be back mañana. We do this on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I appreciate all the questions. It's very lively. And I will see you guys